Here at House of Prep, guys. Friday night. Whew. Got through the work day, the work week. Man. Who we got here? We got UK in the house. Dave, CB, Glenn, Bill, waving from the ghetto. How y'all doing tonight? Just double checking and making sure you guys can hear me okay. All right, thanks. Got me? Loud and clear. Nice. Hey, old bloke. Australia. Yeah, I say good evening to everybody, not in Australia. All right. Hey there, CB. Arlene, good to see you. I was giving everyone a minute, kind of popping in. Mammy, good. You're here. Good to see you. Oh, thanks, Glenn. So you saw my thumbnail, and I'll talk about that here in just a minute. Hey, Naomi's here from Australia as well. Nice. We got a good representation from Australia. Hey, Kat. Lois, good to see you. Joy's here from downstairs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Glenn was telling me on one of the last videos that he had the color ties for the breads. I was talking about how I like to go and reach in the back and find the breads that have the best dates. So you can see there in his comments, they go by the twisty ties, color of blues for Monday, green for Tuesday, red for Thursday, white for Friday, yellow for Saturday. So thank you for sharing that, Glenn. You would have thought that that's something that I'd remember from years ago, but I had forgotten all about that. So thank you so much. So like if you go by the colors and you get used to looking at the colors, you could grab them by that too. So yeah, so take a, hey, Madam Scorpio from Florida. Yep, Florida's in the house. Mary from Central Virginia. Glad you're here too. So we're getting a good representation here. So before I start talking about the thumbnail, I did want to talk about crisis. All right, kind of opposite of what the thumbnail was. I don't know if you've noticed in this last year and in the last few weeks, it just seems like everything that happens in life is a crisis, right? It could be a food crisis. It could be foreign policy crisis. Activity at the border, it's a crisis. We had a health crisis. Our schools and the children in the schools are in a crisis. Racism's a crisis. Riots, a crisis. Gas and oil and shipping lines, a crisis. It just seems like every time you flip on the TV, there's a new crisis, or talking about whatever crisis might be the new flavor of the day, right? There's always got to be a crisis out there. I mean, that's how you sell tickets, right? I mean, that's how you get attention. That's how you bring, like, I put the thumbnail out there, today, talking about, having the attitude of gratitude. That's not filling the seats. Okay. That's not packing the aisles. We're not, yeah, gun legislation. It's a crisis, right? So you guys, you got it. Yeah, crisis in the White House. So yeah, you guys, you're catching on. I like that. Yeah, condiment crisis. I ran out of Diet Pepsis a week ago. That was a crisis. That type of thing. But that's how you pack the house out. Like if I wanted to really pack out the live stream tonight, I would have done something with the crisis across the front, right? Maybe some fire and some flames and different things going on, and had a crisis going on. We'd pack the house out tonight. But I think that we get a feel of that. And if I were to have every single video talking about some sort of a crisis and things, I think I would get burnt out. I think my spirit, my attitude, and just like, man, I get tired and talking about that stuff all the time. So I decided to label my live stream tonight having the attitude of gratitude. You ever had a point in your life where it just seems like you hit a wall? It just seems like everything around you is going wrong. You know how life likes to throw those curveballs, right? Not just on a national level or a worldwide stage level. Sometimes your personal level, right? It hits home. It hits you right smack between the eyes. Something in life has knocked you flat on your back. You testify to that. Uh, we've been there. And, it's hard enough when you're dealing with your storm, your personal storm. You're right in the middle of something that you're dealing with. And maybe it is something that's happened nationally or world scale. Maybe, it is larger than just you. But sometimes it is just you. You're dealing with something alone. Having the attitude of gratitude can help you in a lot of different ways. I was just going to talk about a few things. And, again, we can definitely talk about other things. We can definitely talk about crisis. That's not off limits. All right, we're allowed to talk about shortages. We're allowed to talk about all that stuff. Those aren't off limits tonight. But I just wanted to give you some something to think about. Having gratitude, that extra mile to go and thank somebody for something, or going out of your way to say, hey, I saw what you've done. You've done a great job. Thank you for that. Do you know that opens up opportunities of building relationships, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's out in public? You thank somebody for holding the door for you, or you thank somebody, that opens up a dialogue, even just by having gratitude, by being thankful for somebody. You're out there fighting to get that last small, tiny, little shriveled head of lettuce that might be sitting in the grocery store. That's all that's left, right? And somebody says, "Oh, you can have that scrumptious lettuce there." You thank them. You're showing your gratitude for that, right? So, but seriously, having opening up dialogue, having building a relationship with people. Gratitude improves physical health. I've researched, I've looked online, I've just checked different things, different doctors talk about it, different studies that have been out there. And they just say in general, the way that you act in your spirit and having a gratitude, it can help with your physical health, because the opposite's true. Having too much stress or anxiety or too much hatred or too much unforgiveness and all those things that you can bottle up in your side, it can make a human body sick. So having gratitude can have that opposite effect on sometimes how our body will react. Instead of being all knotted up and tangled inside, you're releasing some of that. Gratitude improves your psychological health as well. Being thankful can reduce toxic emotions, can release the envy and resentment, frustration, regret. You take a few minutes and you be thankful for what you have. Be thankful in life for what God has given you. Taking time and thinking, it could have been a lot worse, or it could have been this on top of this. But being thankful for that. Yeah, exactly, old bloke. Dave Humor. But yeah, old bloke says reality for most that no matter how bad things get here, we are likely still way better off than the big chunk of others on the planet. It's absolutely true. We like to prep. We like to talk about, the what if situations, and sometimes our stores might not have the Diet Pepsi or the Oreos, right? We joke about that, but sometimes it's missing our favorite items. Does that mean we're coming home and we're starving? No, we're not. We're thankful. So thankful for the stuff that we do have, the items that we can get. Yeah, Kat said she's grateful for fellow nurses out there. It helps with the mental health immensely knowing I have their support. Absolutely. The teams that are out there, the medical staff, and everybody that's been out there that's readily available. Thankful that we have access to them. Thankful for the work that people do, that invest in people. They're people type persons. They invest their lives into other people. And being grateful and thankful for that, and you being thankful and grateful to other people, you're investing your lives into other people. Yeah, coffee is life, right? It'd be a whole different ball game if you take everybody's coffee away, right? The caffeine fixes are real. You'll sleep better. You're grateful. Hey, Ali Roo, welcome. Yeah, exactly. Jace Jackie says that you can't always control your circumstances, but you can always control your attitude. You know that other people try to control your attitude by circumstances and things, sometimes on purpose. But ultimately, you are in control in how you respond and deal with things. Sometimes you're dealing with something in life, it's on your mind, mentally you're stressed, and you're having a hard time even sleeping at night. Do you know that if you take a few minutes and you jot down 15 things that you're thankful for, by the time you get done down there writing that list, you've gotten your focus back on what you're thankful and you're grateful, and it might help you even get to sleep better by being grateful, by being thankful for what you have and things that you can think of. Increasing your mental strength, having gratitude. Who would like to have better mental strength? Just be able to mentally endure life and the things that life throws at you. Even during the worst times of your life, you can still be grateful. You can still be thankful. And that would help your spirit to overcome. And then what a testimony that you'd have to your friends and family and those that are around you, to see that, man, dealing with what he's dealing with or what she's dealing with, and being able to still be grateful and still be thankful and talk that way and to act and to live that way. Yali Roo says preppers tend to be fatalistic by nature, but it's important to keep a balance. Absolutely. Like the preppers just by nature, by what we do, by preparing, we're predicting, we're assuming, we're thinking of the what if scenarios and the SHTF situation. It's already negative in that sense, and that's exactly what Ali Roo's saying. But yeah, we're already kind of in that mindset, and that's why I wanted to do this video, because I think it's so important to, yes, we live in that as a prepper, that we consider the worst case scenarios. But I don't want to live my life with a constant dwelling on a worst case scenario. I don't want to be consumed in my life by that. I want to be able to live my life. I want to be happy. I want to be stress free. I don't want to be anxious. See, Dave says, I tend to reflect on the worst parts of my life to give me the strength to get through the obstacles in front of me. Mental strength. Yeah. Sometimes, hey, it's okay to go back and revisit the worst times of your life, because you can use that as motivation. You can use that to be grateful that, hey, I'm no longer in that worst time. That what I'm doing right now doesn't compare to the worst time in my life. It's okay. It's okay to revisit that and use that as motivation, to use that as a leaping block to get you to where you're trying to head, mentally and even physically, how it affects you physically. Yeah, Madame Scorpio says, yes, once you take the red pill, it's hard seeing the positive. I know. Yeah, and like I said, there's life in general and just the way society can be. It already shows so much negativity on there. Mama K, yep, thank you, Mama K. Always remember that God is in control, and I always want His will for my life. Absolutely. And that's what sometimes, even as a prepper, yeah, like Colorado Stairs, I turn my fear into energy. Even though we live our life as a prepper, and that we are trying to think, what this happens, and am I prepared for that? Well, what about this scenario and this negative scenario? Would I be able to handle that? Will I have enough of this for that? That we still prepare, we do our part, and then ultimately that, yeah, God is in control over all that. So that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Absolutely, Kat. A lot of times we go through that fire in life, sometimes to the point that you don't think you can handle it anymore, to where you think that you may not even survive whatever it is you're going through. And then you look back in a year later and you're like, man, I did it. And I'm so much stronger from that now. And you never know who you're going to be able to help. Somebody else going through the same thing that you've gone through or that you are going through. Somebody else is going through. You can focus on helping them. And sometimes focusing on others takes that off of you. and you're not so focused on your problems anymore. You're focused on helping somebody else. Yeah, show positivity and hit that like button. Thanks, CB. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, I try to stay balanced at House of Prep. I think prepping, we definitely talk about food every week. We talk about prepping food, prepping water, and doing all that stuff. And we prep materials and items, and uh, we like to also prep our mind. Who we are, and to be more mentally tough and prepared. Because hey, let's face it, life can be stressful. And sometimes the fear of the unknown and stuff that can weigh on you. So we try to prep on that too, and it's a great place to share this. This is a judgment-free type of a channel, a judgment-free type of zone. We can all share each other's thoughts, our feelings, our prepping strategies, ideas, recipes. Favorite foods, whatever. It's kind of a fun, safe area of a great group of people here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, think about joining up, subscribe. And so, yeah, we don't really know what others are dealing with. Give each other a break. More love, less hate. Absolutely, CB. You don't always know, looking at the screen, and you're just like, well, what are they saying? And you type something negative back at them, or you're in live face-to-face life. Sometimes you don't know what they're going through. Like most of you right now, I know some of you over time has shared, you deal with certain medical obstacles and things, and maybe not in details, but I know that some of you have a heavy heart. Some of you carry a burden, just by little things that I pick up by reading comments and things. And I know that some of you struggle with those things. And I know a lot of you do that I don't even know about. And there's just sometimes that we have to be understanding, and you just have to know that. But like even today, I've got to testify here. I got to admit something. I was at work today. Things were crazy, hectic all day long. I got tired. I was busy. I got a little snappy at a couple coworkers. Believe it or not, Jerry at House of Prep got a little snappy. But I felt guilty about it, and I apologized, and I got it right. But it's so easy to get busy and focused on what we got going on, and just you start feeling overwhelmed. And I had already picked this video out. I had already picked out being grateful, and I had to remind myself. I was like, man, I gotta redefine that. I've got to reset the whole clock in me, to not focus on that. That's a good question, old bloke. Old bloke said, what kind of work am I in? I work in maintenance here just in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. At where I go to church has a big Christian school, high school, elementary. They have a preschool, a daycare, and then all the facilities that are there for a Spanish church and also a regular English-speaking church. So I'm there day for mainly the schools and the preschools and stuff. I work maintenance and stuff on there. Hey, Judy. So I work there. I work with the teachers, and I try to help where I can. And then like with the kids and stuff, I'm always picking on the kids out in the hallways and stuff. I'm always out there and just mingling. So I work around people constantly, which I love it. But like I said, an example of me kind of being snappy today, sometimes dealing with people, man, you're dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with all kinds of different people with different views, different ways of looking at things. Yeah, Jerry's snappy attitude is probably my happy attitude. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe my mom or my wife can jump on here and tell you how snappy I can really be. So, but when you're dealing with people, you just never know. Hey, Rhonda. Ali Roo says, prepping to attitude and mental stability. Important to have stable people in your prepping community. Need some common goals. Absolutely. And that's what I like about our group here. I kind of, I really do. I really believe. Maybe I'm naive. I really believe we have a good group, that we all kind of a common goal in life. That we really sincerely enjoy communicating with each other. We like to help each other, give advice, give tips, stay informed from each other, and not being afraid to share our areas and where we live and um, in places, that we visit and shop at. Um, I think we have a lot of knowledge in our group here. Uh, yeah, Ali Roo, I like the group. Yep, chill and knowledge sharing. It's wonderful. So, all right. Well, we covered my thumbnail. So I appreciate you letting me talk about that. I think that it's just something it's a good reminder. I needed it today, and I hope that you know that helps maybe encourage you, uh, to have that type of an attitude through life. Sometimes we just need a reminder, and I needed it today. So yeah, absolutely, Arlene. I love reading everyone's comments. Uh, Lots of great people, and I appreciate every one of you. Like I said, we don't push agendas here. We're not trying to throw stuff in each other's face. Um, just a great group that we have here. Old Blokes says wife is working long hours, 6 days a week, and is a bit grumpy sometimes. Yep, might have to talk her out of it. Maybe not on further consideration. Yeah, sometimes we got to be talked off the ledge. All right, old bloke, that's true. Sometimes we just got to be talked off the ledge. So have patience with each other, and we get through it together. We figure it out. So I appreciate that, Dave. I try to be transparent. I try to, you know, I am. This is what you get. Hey, Shadow. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Have you ever wanted to see and hear the group like you can in private? I don't know. That would be kind of fun to maybe do one day. Old bloke, I know you're messing around. Yeah. I know you're playing around. That's what I like about old bloke. And we've got several people that I love joking. I love having fun. And everybody can have a good time. So, Ali Roo, I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that very much. Oh, and that reminds me. Um, I was going to thank TG publicly. Had sent me a little donation too for TG. I don't know if TG's on here. But thank you so much, TG, for that. And Ali Roo, thank you. So, okay. So we've covered that. I got you a little bit better mentally prepared, right? You're ready to take on the world now. Okay, so you're watching the news this weekend. You guys are out prepping. I think you're ready. Okay, we stepped it up a notch, mentally prepared. We just toughened you up a little bit more. Okay? Talked off the ledge. It's crowded out there. Yeah, I know, right? How would you even be able to find me out on the ledge with everybody else out there? Oh, you take a number, right? So, but yeah, what y'all think? Hey, I want to talk about the housing market. I have some coworkers. I've talked with some family, some friends. Um, the housing market here, and I know it is like that in Florida. My parents down in Florida just sold some property, and it's a seller's market. It's flying off the shelf. Houses are, even in the neighborhood that I live in, there's still some new construction going on. I mean, it's selling like hotcakes, and some of the other existing houses that are only a year or two old, as soon as they put it out on the market, they're getting 10, 12 offers, and the offers are going way up above even the asking price. So people that do not have a house, and that people that I know that have been finding or trying to find a place to live, they can't get a house. The houses are being sold. Sometimes they see a house pop up and they're like, okay, we want to go look at it. They call their realtor. Oh, we can't go look at it. There's already a contract on it. Like constant. Like they don't even really get to go look at houses that much because they're all being sold literally the day they come on market. And a lot of times just being outbid. They've tried, people put bids trying to, they'll bid higher than the asking price, and they're getting outbid. And I'm just like, I mean, this is more than one or two stories. I mean, this is like everywhere. And I don't know, I guess your areas, yeah, it's crazy in Florida. Yeah, lumber prices crazy. Even if you want to build right now, prices are going up. So people are being forced to rent. So with the demand of the houses jacking, skyrocketing the prices, now more people are being forced to rent because that's all they can do, and it's getting jacked up. Rent, and they're just throwing that money into a rental and renting from somebody else, making the money. Crazy times in housing in most places at the moment. Yep, economic drama everywhere, and house prices still going up. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just like, wow. We sold our house, not too far. Remember, if you remember me talking about when I first started this channel, back September and October, we just moved into this new house. So when we sold our other house, man, that weekend we had like 20, 30 viewings, and we put it out for a bidding war at that point. Whoever got the highest bid and the best financial package, we'll take it. And we got a really good deal on the selling of it. So we lucked out to get in this one, to be honest with you. Just timing. Sometimes it's just timing. Let me see what y'all are saying here. I don't want to move. I have line of sight from my house and new houses behind mine to a national park. Nice. We're staying. Absolutely. Yeah, you get into a good spot, you're golden. See, South Colorado Stetter. People are buying online their houses without a complete look and walkthrough. I've heard about that. Isn't that insane? People, and here's what I'm thinking is it possible? People from New York, California, moving to Tennessee, moving to Florida, moving to some of these other states. And some of them, remember, they're selling houses up there for what? $500,000 to $1 million out California, $1 million houses. And so, yeah, they got cash. And they see our prices out in these other states compared to their state. And they're like, oh, this is going to be a breeze. And yeah, they just look online and cash offer, boom, it's done. So, oh, thanks, Janet. Yep. We were talking about that a lot at the beginning. So, Janet, like after this video is done, if you want to go back and watch the beginning, for about the first 20 minutes, we were really, I was just really talking about that and driving that home. But absolutely, you want to keep that negative energy out of your mind and out of your system as much as you can. Yeah, Dave, you're in a little paradise in the woods. Yeah, you have no reason to get out. Absolutely not. And that's where I think a lot of preppers, when we're thinking of having a place like that, a place out in the woods or in the mountains or somewhere you can go that's a little more off grid, a little more out of the way, less populated. That's more of the direction. I think once you're there, you're done, right? There's no more there's no more steps or stages at that point. It's the ones that are in the big cities that are moving further and further out, trying to get out of the big cities, I'm sure. Old bloke says Sydney, Melbourne, in Australia, 1 million. Wow, will hardly buy you anything much. 1 million. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Lois says very happy with the little country village. Yeah. Hey, once you find your little spot and you're happy, you're good to go. All right, Aliru. Yeah. Hey, good luck. Yeah, hope you recover from your knee procedure. So, yeah, you go get some rest. Yeah, CB, great question. My garden, you keep looking and doing what we can where we are currently reside. Yeah. So I have all my squash in the 5-gallon buckets. Once I start getting all my veggies in buckets, I'll do a whole video, probably I'll have the buckets around me, right? We'll have all of the plants growing. So far all the squash are in buckets. They're ready. They're taking off. They had their first rain, natural pour down rain the other day, and I didn't have to bring them inside because they were out there and they were enjoying it, getting that good rain, and they've been out in the sun. Have had to kind of keep making sure because I know their roots are still trying to get into that new soil, and so I've had to kind of watch them to make sure that they still have plenty of water for the surface, so they can get those roots down in there. But they're doing really well. They're growing. They're looking really healthy. Yeah, Dave said his seeds are taking off in less than a week. That's awesome. So my other plants, the cucumbers, they're about ready. Figured maybe in a few more days or in this next week, I think I will transition the cucumbers over into the 5-gallon buckets. Um, hey, yeah, good question for Joy. Actually, let me check. See, old bloke said would be interesting to see what others are doing or their places. Maybe somehow be able to post photos in a secure manner somewhere to share. I thought about doing, and my wife Joy brought this up, that I should start a Facebook page. So it could be fun. If anybody wanted to jump on the Facebook page, then we could have our own group going there. So that way, if we all wanted to share photos and things, it's Facebook, but it's pretty open. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, my wife reminded me, and that's what South Colorado is asking, how's the tomatoes doing? So I'm noticing those are the slowest. The squash, excuse me. You remember all my little seed things. The squash has just been off like a rocket, like a racehorse right out of the gate. So squash doing that. So the cucumbers are not. They're average. They're doing good, but they're not as fast as doing the other stuff. So the tomato plants, they're growing. They're just slower. And I've been looking online, and sometimes it says from the time that they start to germinate, it could take 6 to 8 weeks before they're ready to transplant. So I was like, well, it hasn't been 2 months yet. The permanent leaves have started to grow, but again, they're just at a slower pace. So I'm just wondering, is that kind of normal, when you're growing from seeds? That's just, they just take a little more time. So the peppers take the longest. Yep. I haven't done the peppers yet. I actually have a little pack. Yeah, I see y'all talking about tiger sauce. Somebody mentioned that yesterday too. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. It's like a hot sauce, they were saying. So if people are saying no, not Facebook, I know a couple yes, Facebook. So if not Facebook, is there another alternative? Because I'm not a big, I have Facebook, but I don't have like Twitter, and I don't have any of the other stuff. I'm very limited. I have YouTube, you know. So when weather is colder, the tomatoes do take longer. So maybe that's, even in the house, because the house we keep it kind of cool. Though now it's getting hot outside, and I've been putting them out in the sun every day. So maybe that'll help kind of maybe kickstart them. Okay, CB. Thank you, CB. So yeah, they take a little while. Yeah, they did take a while. And then after they germinated, they're just taking a little longer to grow. Not time, yeah, growth. I think people are learning the lesson about Facebook. Yeah, and I know there's, the issues, and because of all the different, you can't share everything you want to share, and we need to start our own Facebook type thing, right? We'll call it House of Prep Book, or yeah, we'll come up with some kind of other platform, right? We all be millionaires. We'll all work on this together. I check mine daily, like they will grow overnight. Yeah, it's like trying to watch water boil. I like looking at my plants. I come back, 2 in the morning. I'm thinking, oh, let me go check. I got the flashlight. Oh, no, they haven't grown much. I don't see any growth yet. And that is true. I mean, I'll look at them every day. Yeah, Jerry Book. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've missed a couple ideas. I see people saying, so let's see. Arlene said, my onion grew the top plant part. How should I plant it? Did anybody answer Arlene's question? She said, my onion grew the top plant part. How should I plant it? I think you could just put right in some dirt, right? Somebody said, oh, Tana? Is that how you pronounce that? Tana? Good evening. Sorry we're late. That's all right. Jump on in. All right, scrolling back down. Telegram has become popular. This is as close as you get. So this is where I spend the majority of my time. You guys know that. Is on YouTube. So, I mean, otherwise, yeah. I mean, I'm lucky to play with an email or text messaging. You know, and this is I don't get real in depth with social media. So when the overnight temperatures start to warm up, yeah, okay, that makes sense, Bill. Yeah, with that overnight, probably with a little bit of humidity in the air, right? So yeah, the plants will just eat that up, and we get plenty of that. So just hang on. Yeah, so we got that going, and I was gonna plant some marigold seeds or something. I need to probably work on that this week. The soil temp. Yeah, so I think with the weather getting warmer now, like today was almost 80 degrees, sunshine. If we just kind of can maintain some of that weather, that's probably going to really kickstart everything. So I did eat that head of lettuce. If you all remember my video from yesterday, I was showing you my head of lettuce. So I did. We got into that. I had to kind of take off some of the. There was a few nasty parts of it on the outside. The rest of it, you could tell it's not going to last real long. So I'm glad we went ahead and we got into it and we made some salads tonight. Oh, the 17-year cicadas coming in the soil. Oh, I forgot about all of those cicadas when I lived there. I remember when I was a kid, there was that big wave. I can't remember how many years, um, but it was that huge wave of cicadas, and they were just everywhere. It was insane. You go outside, and those things are just getting all up in your hair, and I mean, driving down the road, and they're all over your car, and their cicadas were everywhere. So it's that time of year again. I'll have to pay attention to that. I'm sure there'll be some people on YouTube putting some video clips of their cicadas flying around everywhere. Can't you somebody came up with a recipe to eat those things, didn't they? Let's see. I'm trying to see. Judy Durbin, it is more work in 2 different channels. CR says, I have planted some seeds, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers under grow lights. They're doing great. But if it's worn by you, they'll love that. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, any way that you can kickstart them bad boys. Yeah, David he used a grow light on his, and it was cranking. His seeds in a week, they were already starting to germinate. Yeah, I think the lows at my night time. Though I bring this little seedlings, I bring those in, even though they're starting to grow overnight. I think our overnight's still in the 50s, so that's not terrible, but it's not warm either. The chickens eat cicadas. Okay, great. Yeah, what a great opportunity to feed your chickens. Holy cow. Yeah, it's an all-you-can-eat cicada bar. If you all know what the cicadas are, they're not locusts, but they're kind of in that family. And they make that, they're like in the woods. And man, there's swarms. You could just hear them at night. And they are loud too. But yeah, if the chickens eat those things, oh, you're gonna have some nice plump chickens. They'll be they'll be laying eggs overtime with all that going on. Hey Lisa, welcome. Come on in. Yeah, Joy reminded. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, don't forget. And Dave said, hit the like button if you guys haven't done that yet. Um, that's helpful. It just kind of helps with the algorithms and all that stuff going on. With YouTube. So if you've jumped in and if you haven't seen the beginning of the video, maybe later come back and check out the first 20 minutes of the video. We talked about the thumbnail, about having the attitude of gratitude. So if you've been watching in the last 20 minutes, you missed the first part of the video, go back and check all that out. It might be an encouragement to you, so you can kind of catch up and just see the little part that you might have missed there. The skeeters will eat them. Hey, some places have some big skeeters. All right, the mosquitoes are coming. I've been fortunate so far. We haven't been getting eaten up here yet. They haven't quite. I don't think the weather has quite been good for them to really just come out and start thriving again. So, man, I'm dreading that day when those guys come back out because, yeah, they eat anything. Yeah, just jump back on later. Like I said, if you missed the first part, and you didn't get to kind of, be a part of our discussion about the attitude of gratitude, yeah, jump back in and just kind of catch up on that. So CR said, yeah, since you put your plants out during the day, they'll be good and hardy. And that's what I thought was cool about that. I didn't realize what I was doing until after I was doing it. And then you start reading things and you start finding out, oh, I'm hardening my plants. I'm getting them used to the wind and the sun and being outside, and I didn't realize I was actually preparing them. So that just kind of worked out. To me, I just thought that'd be the thing to do. That's what I would want to do if I was a plant, right? I want to be outside in the sun. I don't want to be inside cooped up all day. Yeah, TG. Oh, TG, I thanked you earlier. I don't know if you saw that. I had it on my notes here. TG, thank you for the donation you gave me yesterday. I appreciate that very much. So I mentioned it earlier, but I saw your name on here now, so I wanted to say something to you. So let's see. I see y'all talking about garlic. Let's see. Garlic is great to grow if you have the right conditions. Okay. Yeah. Grow your own garlic. Hey, look. If you've seen the produce sections like I did this week, and a lot of you have, because our Thursday video, yesterday's video, I saw all through the comments. It was unreal. I didn't know I thought it was just my area, just dealing with some produce problems and the quality and how the quality has just gone down. And everybody in the comments was just like, yeah, absolutely. Produce, all the quality's gone down, quantity's gone down. And hey, we've got some people here that are grocers, people that work in grocery stores. I've seen one or two of you. Some people are in agriculture. We actually have one or two people that work with livestock and sell things to the beef industry. And super grateful when people jump in. Some of you have family members, and like Dave has, a daughter, and different people have family members that work in the grocery industry. And we get updates, and so super thankful for that. But yeah, so old bloke is, so Australia is not seeing produce problems right now for some reason here in America, and it was starting to pop off. Different states popping in, chiming in. Yeah, produce looking nasty and horrible. Yeah, lettuce size and just everything's just weird, very noticeable, and it's stuff you don't see on the news. And that's why I love our Thursday channel, our Thursday video, because we are the boots on the ground. We're the guys and gals that update each other. Hey, this is going on. Yeah, me, I saw this too. And you don't hear everybody else talking about it, but man, we see it, we live it. We're living life. So All right, let's see. Our lettuce is very small size of my ear. So yeah, Judy, same thing down there in Florida. So UK produce is doing okay. So I don't know, guys. Yeah, somehow maybe it's the stuff we were importing, and maybe with some of the shipping problems that we've dealt with over the last couple weeks or so, maybe that's caused a problem. Yeah, and some of okay, Leah says I haven't seen the quantity low, but the prices have gone up on lots of items, and the quality of it is horrendous. So yeah, verifying the quality on the prices. So it's funny, quality goes down, price goes up. So that's kind of where we're in right now. Oh, South Colorado Stoner. Sorry about the caps. My key came off. Yeah, I thought you were yelling at me. Yeah. Man, I was like, why did they keep yelling at me? Yeah. Yeah, shipping stuff and trying to the demand has smaller size. Yeah, they may be just trying to ship that stuff out. As soon as they're growing, okay, that's big enough. Let's ship it out. Let's go. Let's get that stuff packed up and let's move it. We got a demand out here. Yeah, inflation. Right? Yeah, CB. Yeah, smaller. In one of the videos I did about a week or so ago, we talked about shrinkflation. If you guys haven't seen that video, just go to my videos and just go down the list. You'll see shrinkflation. We talked about that. We talked about things shrinking, and I did some research and I read off a bunch of stuff, and then a bunch of you guys read off a bunch of stuff, and it's amazing all the things that are shrinking, the shrinkflation. Um, yeah, packaging getting smaller for the same price, right? So somebody had sent me that email. They worked, I think it was Michael. He works in a Walmart. He had said that he's one of the ones that fills the orders. You know, when you do those drive up orders and you have the workers that fill those orders for you and then they can bring them out. Well, Michael's one that fills those orders. He said he was scanning and he was buying some Nabisco brand. I think they were wheat thins or something. Nabisco, and he was scan. One of the boxes wasn't scanning, and he couldn't figure it out. Boxes all where everything was identical. Everything was exactly the same, exactly of everything. But then he looked down at the very, very bottom and the fine little number, and it showed the ounces had changed. They had gone down. Well, they still had an old box up there and the new box. So they brought in the scanner and realized, okay, this was Nabisco's new standard with the lower ounces. But nobody would have ever noticed that. He would never have noticed that except he had scanned it. And most people, something that's such a small print, if you've never even paid attention to the ounces on something, they'll lower that sucker down, and you'll never even know it went down. I mean, it makes me wonder what else has gone down that we haven't even noticed. Like my Diet Pepsis. Have they been messing with my ounces? I'm sure over the years they have. Yeah, you opened up a number 10 can from Augustin Farms and it was filled only halfway. And it's those little things they do, marketing, right? Those little marketing schemes. Yeah, old bloke says, yeah, I hear that over in Australia they have little price per grams, um, where you can compare. We do a lot of our stores do the per ounce, so you can check the money per ounce, and that is very helpful when you're shopping, trying to for deals. And hey, don't ever think just because they're doing the big multi packs or the big, the bigger packs of stuff, and you're thinking, oh, well, that's a bigger pack, so that's going to be cheaper, and you just grab it out of instinct. Don't do that. Many times, I'll look at the smaller box, I'll look at that bigger packaging, and I'll look at the per ounce thing. And if you don't believe them, pull out your phone, do your calculator if you don't believe it. And then look, sure enough, per ounce is cheaper with the smaller pack. So I'll grab 2 smaller packs instead of the bigger one. So don't ever just out of instinct grab the bigger one thinking you're getting a better deal. It's not always true. Yeah, don't mess with my double stuffed Oreos. But they're smaller. And they're starting to take my white icing out. That's why I had to like start focusing more on the double stuff, because on the regular ones, it's like you're holding that. Where's the thin? Where'd the white icing go? It's like they're taking a little bit out. Year after year, they just get thinner and thinner. So, all right, old bloke. Catch you later, man. The smaller is on sale. Usually, large won't be. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the sales will focus on just one or the other, not both. So you just got to pay attention. Don't get in a hurry running through the stores, because you'll end up spending more money and you won't even know it. And I'm fighting a little bit of allergies too, so just bear with me. So I'm drinking the Diet Pepsi, tissue occasionally, but I'm okay. I'm in good spirit. I have the attitude of gratitude going on right now. It's flowing through my veins with the Diet Pepsi. I chased the good attitude and the gratitude down with the Diet Pepsi. And it's all just mixed in, and with that caffeine just flowing, and the good attitude and the gratitude just beaming out of me everywhere, out of my pores. So it's all good. All right, y'all are talking about something. I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, coffee prices. Yeah, don't be messing with everyone's coffee now. But that's the stuff, that's where we're at. All right, Mammy. Yeah, we'll all be following you not too much farther, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, Douglas. Gatlinburg. I remember you were going there. I went to Gatlinburg last weekend, a week after you did. Packed. So many people, I couldn't even enjoy it. The older I get, the more this bugs me. I think it's an age thing. Is that it? Am I just getting old? I think that's what it is. The older I get, just the more peace and quiet that I want. Just the more relaxing, laid backness. Low maintenance. Yeah, I'm pretty low maintenance, I think. Maybe I'm not. Well, I'm glad you got to go, and I hope that you gleaned a little bit out. But yeah, it was a lot of people in Gatlinburg. I'm not going to lie. All right, South Colorado Stetter, go make some dinner. Make us proud. You're 47. Yeah, I'm 46. So we're right around that same ballpark, brother. Yeah, put me up in a cabin and a cooler full of groceries, bags full of groceries. And man, I'll chill in that cabin, rock on the back porch, maybe use the hot tub. Maybe if they got Pac-Man in the lobby in there somewhere, maybe some pool. Yeah, that's just kind of some kickback, relaxation. Oh, did I come back? I just had a glitch. Don't know what happened. I guess we're still good. So I don't know what that was about. I thought I lost internet there for a minute. It was spinning. Did I have facial hair when I started tonight? I did. Yeah, it's just that's how fast it's growing. It's these grow lights. I'm back. Okay, so it did. So it kicked me out. Okay, whew. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it lagged me for a minute there, and I thought I was a goner. So it made it. So Bill says I'm older than some of the rocks around my house. Whoa, Bill. So Bill's up there. I think he might be leading the pack with that one. Yeah, so facial hair. Yeah, I've had it. I did trim it this week. It was getting bushy. I've always thought about just getting a big old, backwoods man type beard, right? Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the encouragement. So, yeah, Joy says no. Yeah, Joy doesn't want that big old bushy beard. Yeah, I thought about it. And you just, put the oils in there and, you brush it down and stuff like that. I thought it'd be pretty cool. CR says we love The McCafe ground coffee stocked up a few months ago. Good price at Walmart and Amazon. That's a good tip for someone that might be looking for something new to try. Glenn, getting 70 in a few months. Hey, that's a milestone. Congratulations, Glenn. And getting younger every day. That's right. It's a mindset. Q Kitchen and Beyond. In the truther movement, when you get paused like that, it's because you are over the target. I am over the target. I'm not sure when I get paused like that, it's because you are over the target. Is that the target? Like, that's someone trying to tell me that I need to stop talking? Is that what that is? Because I'm over a target, or I cross something that I become a target. Is that maybe? Thank you, Douglas. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Because I appreciate y'all's encouragement. So yeah, check out the McCafe. I don't think I've tried that one before. So yeah. And, hey, when you guys recommend stuff to me, I mean, I can't get to all of them. Like, I mean, the next one I'm keeping an eye on is that tiger sauce, right? For the hot sauce. I want to do some chicken wings with that stuff. Yes, that means I'm speaking truth. Okay. Q Kitchen, I appreciate your heads up on that. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what was going on. That was weird. So I must have said something, right? I don't know what it was, but yeah, it got me. Yeah, that's what I keep saying about the tiger sauce. So yeah, Lisa um, is asking, are you doing a beginner series on canning? Do you know why it'll be a beginner series? Because I will be a beginner, and that's why it'll become a beginner series. And we will be crossing that bridge. I already have some jars that I went ahead and got because some of y'all recommended, um, let's get those. Let's get the jars because come summertime when everybody is busy canning stuff, I won't be able to find any. So I went ahead and got them, okay? Because what I want to do, because I like to have fun, I want to grow my own veggies, and I'm planning on having a harvest of these veggies, right? The squash, the cucumber, the tomatoes. So I plan on not just eating them. That's when I'm going to become a beginner canner, and we are going to do a beginner canning series. Yeah, thank you, Leah. Reminding that it looks it's easier than it looks. So I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I just have a way that I like to do stuff for me, and I like to see the fruits of my labor, and I want to can those fruits. I want to enjoy the process of these new notches in the belt that I'm gathering, right? Um, these new skills that I'm learning and things. Yeah, Lisa, absolutely. So get your jars now. Yeah, some people, like Bill said, um, canning jars are going up. So make sure that you're going ahead and getting them now, because when it's time for us to do our beginning canning lessons, right? You want to make sure you've already got some. Yeah, so we'll do it together. We'll have a good time with it. And if you decide you want to get started, not wait for me, hey, do it. Q Kitchen, you have a beautiful brand new canner and a few cans and brand new lids. One day I will get the courage up to actually take them out of their boxes. That's funny. Hey, well, maybe when I start doing the videos, if you haven't done them by then, you'll be like, that's it. Today's the day. So we'll all do it. We'll all break stuff out of boxes and we'll go to town. I'll probably do some meats and stuff too once I get going. Yeah, going into the harvest season, get them early. So yeah, just go ahead and get at least the supplies, because then, when you're ready to do it, you'll be ready. You'll have them. And I'd rather have them and not be, I don't want to be searching for that stuff later. Yeah, but I think it's going to be pretty easy. And we have some family members that they can. My mom does. My wife's father does canning. Um, yeah, I don't foresee running into any issues. I think it's gonna be fun. You know, whenever I get to that stage, I know I'm gonna have a good time with it. Yeah, Dave says dehydrating the food when you're ready. That'll probably be the next step after the canning. Um, I've seen Dave will send me some photos. He'll email me some stuff, and he shows me all the stuff he's been dehydrating lately, and he's going to town. And I hear the apples have been a big hit. The dehydrated apples, that your family really enjoys those. Douglas says, I love the canned Keystone meats, but lately they're ground beef cans. Whoops, I lost it. Hold on, let me pull it back up. Possible to find. Yeah, Douglas, I have no ground beef ever that I've seen in my area. I've seen the beef, the chicken, turkey. I've not seen pork, and I've for sure. I think the ground beef is like the unicorn of Keystone. It's just like some people have it, but I haven't seen it. I know some people don't have any Keystone, so I need to have the attitude of gratitude and be thankful that I have some Keystone. Right? I have some. But yeah, if anybody else says, "Hey, we got the ground beef," let Douglas know. He's interested. He might come to your town and buy up the rest of your ground beef. Oh, Dave's got all the ground beef. That's where it's in Indiana. That's where it is, Douglas. It's in Indiana. I knew it. I knew Dave had something to do with this. He's hoarded all of the ground beef in his state. It's Indiana, guys. They've got it. The Keystone ground beef. So now Dave's going to go out tomorrow and he's going to buy it all before y'all get there. You watch. You'll all try to go buy it and it'll be gone. They'll say, yeah, some guy came and he was like a wild man. He came in here with a shopping cart and he bought up all the ground beef. Yeah, Lisa said ordered it straight from the website. So that's a good option too. Yeah, not hoarding. That's right. It's not hoarding, guys. It's prepping. Right, this is a safe zone here, guys. All right. No pork, no turkey. Jane Doe says, yeah, Walmart, not ground beef, beef and chicken, but no pork or and turkey. So it's hit or miss sometimes depending on where you live. And I saw a couple people said, hey, they don't have any Keystone. So yeah. So yeah, if you could find it, go ahead and get it. Look, if you'd ever tried it, try it. Yeah, Mamba K had a good point. Meats are going up. Absolutely. If you saw my video yesterday on the thumbnail, I was putting what? $15 a pound? Just different prices that are going up on certain meats that I was looking to buy. And I'm like, man. And I know other people have been reporting that their areas were getting hit. Mine wasn't getting hit yet. I still was capturing sales and woohoo stickers and manager specials and markdowns, and I was enjoying life. And luckily I was freezing it too. Yeah, but now they're going up now. The beef stuff, it's for sure. Yeah, neighbor state has all meats. It pays to live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's some advantages for sure. You guys come up with some pretty good stories of uh, good finds and good prices of things, and where some things are out of everywhere else, and you guys still can get them. Sometimes being out in the middle of nowhere, you're not dealing with the people, just the hordes of people going in buying up everything. Meat is definitely more expensive, and the chicken section is almost empty. Arlene said chicken's almost empty, and that's probably because everybody's buying the chicken. Because I noticed our price of chicken hadn't gone up really yet. So if that's the case, that's the cheaper meat. So everybody's going after and buying the meat. I know stuff on Amazon. Hey, speaking of Amazon purchasing, I was watching on the news a little bit yesterday. Cardboard could possibly be a shortage. I'm like, now we have a cardboard crisis, right? We talked about crises and things. So what if that becomes an issue? We don't have enough cardboard because of all the extra shipping and all the extra paper and things people, you know, I'm just like, good night. It's just a chain reaction of events just everywhere. And that's going to jack up prices because now we have to charge more for cardboard and the supply and demand of that's gone up. I'm just like, where does it all end? So again, like somebody mentioned earlier, don't stop prepping. Get your ducks in a row, get yourself squared away, and just get ready. Because look, anything can happen at this point. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing. So just get ready. Well, guys, hey, look, we've been on for a little over an hour. So I think we might want to call this a night. So I appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, like Dave says, stack to the ceiling. And look, if y'all haven't hit the thumbs up button yet on your way out tonight, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up button for the video, I'd appreciate that. And, you guys stay safe. Keep an eye out whenever you're out and about. If you don't mind, keep updating the channel and all of us folks here of your area and letting us know what's going on. I love it. I love reading your all's comments. So, yeah, God bless you guys too. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, stick a fork in me. I'm done. Yeah, Glenn. Yeah, it's past my bedtime. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be going to bed in a little bit. I got to take Joy to a Pyrex swap tomorrow that's coming close to town. Check out her Pyrex. So, but y'all have a great night. Had a lot of fun. Again, if you didn't catch the beginning of the live stream tonight, jump back to the beginning and watch the first 20 minutes or so. We talked about the thumbnail. So, all right, guys, y'all take care. I will catch you later this week.